Okay, number 16 is by far the worst question on the test. And the reason is there's a little bit of work that has to go into it, and it involves a lot of fractions. So here's the way I'm going to approach it. They tell you that every time you cut, the width of the blade is 1/8 of an inch, and there's going to be a total of 3 cuts. So that means that each of those is going to be 1/8 of an inch thick. So I'm going to have to go 3 times 1/8. So you know that the cuts are going to take up 3/8 of an inch. But there's way more to it than this. The other thing they tell you is that you want to figure out how much is left over, and they tell you the parts that are being cut off. The first part they tell you is 4 foot 5 inches. And because I'm talking about inches, I have to make everything inches. So I just times the feet by 12. So this would be 48 plus 5. Then the other part they tell you that's cut off is a 1 foot 4 inch piece. Again, multiply the feet by 12, so you get 12 and 4. And then the last piece they tell you is 1 foot 7 inches long. So same thing. So you're going to get 12 plus 7. So the total inches that's cut off this piece of wood is these added together. Okay, now how long is this whole thing? Well, who cares it's a 2x4? You just want to know how long it is. It's 8 feet long. So if it's 8 feet long, if you turn that into inches, and you go 8 times 12, you will get 96 total inches. And when I add all 6 of these inches together, the pieces that are being cut off are 88 inches. So if I took the 96 inches for the whole length of the piece of 2x4, subtracted the 88 inches that I took off, you're left with 8 inches. Okay, but you know that there's also a little bit of waste because there were 3 cuts. Each cut used up 1/8 of an inch, so you're actually also losing another 3/8 of an inch. But you don't even have to figure this out. And I'm just going to push this down here so you can see the answers. Okay, we know right away we can eliminate answers here. We know it can't be 8 inches long because there's got to be some part lost to the cuts, so that's gone. And we know that 8 minus 3/8 of an inch is not this, so that's gone. So you're really just guessing between both of these. Now, if you had to guess, you're guessing 50%, but you don't really need to guess. Just do the math. And if I'm taking off, 3/8 of an inch, if you don't know how to subtract on fractions, another way to think about this is if this is 8 inches and this says 3/8 of an inch, this is really 8 over 1. And the rule that you can learn is this: if you subtract fractions, make the bottoms the same. So you're really going to have 64 over 8 minus 3 over 8, and you get 61 over 8. And all you do is to turn an improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Always think, what's the biggest number that would times by 8 to get to 61? And the answer would be 7, because you'd have 56. 7 times 8 is 56. So how much are you short? You're short 5, and the bottom stays the same. So the right answer here is B.